All right, welcome back to the playbook. This is a What's the Play segment. We had a quick fire round of questions here.
We,
Doc,
we have a special guest here. Tell us about yourself. Introduce yourself and tell us about yourself.
Hi, my name is Anna Cameron. I am the owner alongside with my husband, Willie Cameron, here at Wheel Paradise. I'm a mom, a wife, and a business owner.
Now wait, you're a mom, but I think you said something about a sports mom of some sort as well.
I am a baseball mom.
Really?
Yeah. It takes a lot of time. That's a job in itself, but it's great.
So we just want to talk to you today because we are here shooting in your spectacularly beautiful shop. I appreciate you guys
Cool.
hosting us.
Thank you.
You know, and like we talked about. So I met you guys at the Festivals of Speed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I met your husband and we hit it off right away.
Yes.
We had a great conversation, like we've been knowing each other for years.
Yep.
So I'm just so happy to have met you guys. More great people to have in my inner circle.
Agree.
So we're just gonna hit you with the lightning round, like Lion said. A couple of things, and you can be PC if you want to, or you can just like let go and give us the way you feel about it.
Okay.
So Lion, I'm gonna let you ask her the first question.
so here's our lightning round of questions for
All
What's
right.
the Play. The first one that's a very sensitive subject to some of our viewers
Yeah.
is the Cybertruck. Is that a yes or a nay?
I love it. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow,
I
she
don't-
got she,
I
and
don't
she
love
played with
it.
my emotions, and I was like, oh. So tell us.
It's creative. It's neat to look at. I think it's just one of those things that'll be really cool today and maybe not so much in a year.
I agree.
It's very simple. It looks like it's this spectacular thing, and I think that goes for most Teslas where I like the pretty lights on the inside of my car and the gadgets and the
Come on,
buttons.
man.
And the Tesla is like, you get in it and it's like,
It's too plain.
Okay.
I like the way you said that. Lion, what are you feeling about the Cybertruck?
It's just too plain. I don't like it. It's just not for me. It's just, I think, it's just for, it's a good conversation piece. Oh, I have it, a Cybertruck. Everybody's gonna go look at it, but then you see it, you're like,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm good.
yeah, it's awesome to look at from the outside, and it's.
I
you know,
decide. Okay,
Now
sorry.
they're doing, putting 30s and 32-inch Forgiatos on these
Something.
things.
Yeah.
Which,
Your husband said you
hey,
guys did something good for
It-
that guy.
It looks cool, but that's really all. It
Okay,
does.
two things.
I designed the Cybertruck when I was like 5 years old in school.
Thank
I
you.
do
On the
so
paper.
many Cybertrucks. Yo, Elon, send me my check.
Yeah.
Run him his money, baby.
Rub me
Yeah.
my money.
Okay, so you said it's interesting. It's interesting, the conversation piece. A pet rock is a conversation piece too, and I feel about the same as the Cybertruck as I do about a pet rock. And like you talk about people trying to dress it up and put like wheels and stuff on it.
Yeah.
Well, like one of my old mentors when I first became an agent said, you could put lipstick on a pig, but it's still a pig. I think it's hideous.
Now,
Yeah.
Second question here
Okay.
for the line round. Are you Team Lambo or Team Ferrari?
Lambo.
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 Lambo it is.
Atlanta, why? Tell me why.
Those are just some sexy cars. I mean, they look good, they're sleek, they sound great. You just really feel like a boss when you're in one.
Now, have you always been that way? Like, take it
And
back.
I'm gonna be 1,000% honest with you guys. I'm not a big car guru. I leave that to my amazing husband, who is.
Right.
But if I see it and I like it and it looks good, I'm team it.
Okay.
No matter I know there's so much more to those cars than what I probably give it credit for, but I think I've always I'm not big Ferrari. I've always liked the Lambos.
What about you, Lion?
I'm Team Ferrari. I like the red and yellow, the horse. It's just you gotta have it. It's just. But I'm interested to know you. You got one of each. So which of your children is your favorite?
Just like any good parent, I refuse to choose. It's like apples and oranges. That's what I tell people when they
Yeah.
ask me. The Ferrari I had first, it's more of a classic. I think, okay, so I'm older than everybody here. When I first, Lamborghini made some really cool vehicles, the Countach, the Diablo, we put them on posters, but as they didn't age well. They didn't look good as they got older. If you look at a classic Ferrari, it's like looking at, even if you like an American car, like a classic Corvette or a British car, a classic Jaguar, it still looks good 30 or 40 years later. If you look at a Lambo from like 30 years ago, it's kind of like in person, it's like meeting your high school crush after they're like 60 and you're like, oh, that's not what I thought it was gonna be. So I think that Lambo has come a long way, and I love the newer ones. I'm just curious to see if in 20 years we'll look at my Huracan and it will still be like, I think it may, but I think some of the hard lines they do make them, they don't age as well. Like
Right.
versus Ferraris are more classic in a different kind of way.
Yeah.
Last thing I'll say about that is I think a lot of people's experience has to do with the dealerships. I think there was a time when Ferrari dealerships were so obnoxious to people that I know a guy who's owned 24 Lambos, and he walked in with the money to buy his first Ferrari cash, and they treated him so bad, he went up the street to a Lamborghini dealership, and he's never looked back. So I think that factors into a lot of people's decision.
Yeah.
So I love them both for different reasons, yeah.
You know, I think you like Ferrari more because I used to see more pictures with the Ferrari. Every time Doug was driving that Ferrari, you will see a picture on Instagram or on Facebook of a little sunshine, the speedometer on the Ferrari with the Ferrari logo. Somewhat pronounced in there, so I don't see that as much with the Lambo. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you know, so
or any of your other cars. The Ferrari.
that was my first supercar. It has sentimental value,
Yeah.
you know.
Special place in your heart.
Yeah, and I'm like I said, a car dude, and I also believe in sentiment. So yeah, that's always gonna be that's Bella. Gabriella's my Lambo. Bella and Gabby.
Gotcha.
Now the next question, Tesla in general, is it a yes or a no for you?
No.
Come on, wait, count it out. Come on. That's why I message. That's
They're
what you, girl.
simple. They're too simple.
I'ma tell you why,
I
but
know
I'll
you
let
can turn it off and on, but I don't really need the car to drive itself for me. I kind of like to be in control of what I'm doing while I'm driving. I don't need you to stop.
What-
I used to love Tesla a lot because like the auto driving thing to me, I like technology. So to me, it's like, oh my god.
Love it till it
Like
breaks.
my car
Till it
has
breaks.
some cool features and like it'll steer itself and whatever. Like, oh my god, I can just imagine if you could drive me from point A to point B. However, then I saw the Porsche Taycan, and I'm like,
That's
Porsche
a car
to the
guy's
right.
electric car.
Like that is a cool car because it's electric, but
Yes,
it's
sir.
cool, futuristic
Yeah.
inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, like and I'm gonna just toss a wrench in that whole tech thing, you know. I was an IT guy before I was an agent, you know, doctor of psychology, but IT guy, right? IT dude. And IT guy to special agent. So now in my mind is like, I'm thinking about all the tech in those cars. What if my man E decides he doesn't like that that you beat him in that like, you know, football bet you guys had, and he's an IT, you know, E, you guys are IT guys, but he's an IT guru. What if he hacks your friggin' Tesla and runs you off the bridge? Because if it's autonomously driven and someone hacks it, they have control of every aspect of the car. You know, so that's a no from that.
I'm
But
not
like,
down for that.
yeah, so Tesla for me, you know, I want to like it. I liked Elon Musk, what he did. I'm all about saving the planet, and you know, I know even though I love my fast combustion loud vehicles, I'll be happy when we can not pollute the air and have
Yeah,
that experience.
correct.
But I do not like the way people always try to compare Tesla to some faster Ferrari or Lambo because 0 to 60 times are faster. When Motor Trend or Car and Driver did their like hot lap where they compared all these cars, they wouldn't even let Tesla's Plaid in it because it performs so bad. They were worried about it not braking or handling. And that is it. It launches really fast in a straight line. If it'll launch more than once or twice, because the Taycan will launch 28 times and still drive 200 miles, 150 miles. The Tesla, you have to launch it once or twice, and you have to charge it before you can drive it to the, you know, home.
I think a bonus question.
Bonus
here.
question.
What is your biggest pet peeve on the road?
Oof.
We're gonna start asking everybody this because I have a lot of them. I just wanna bring 'em out.
The left lane is for people that have
Come
somewhere
on,
to go.
Blake.
You gotta go.
I'm
if you're
done.
in the left lane,
That's it. I can leave. We can wrap. We can wrap.
you gotta go.
My biggest pet peeve in the world.
I
That right there. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm back. I got excited. I got excited. Hold on. Okay.
some people got places to go and respect that left
Yeah.
lane, and
Come
there's
on.
some people that just treat it like a
Dude,
regular-
I'm always happy when people I meet, they have a spouse that is a keeper, a winner, a ride or die. You did well, sir. I'm proud of you. Come on, man. Shoot.
Thanks.
You know, my man E did that too. We just gotta get Lion hooked up. You know, we're trying to get him hooked up with somebody. We're trying to get him hooked up with somebody that's because we don't want him to, you know, get caught slipping and, you know.
can't just be with anybody.
Right. No, learn from my mistakes.
Don't catch me like
Yeah,
it, no.
Ex-wives and stuff. Yeah. No, don't.
no.
Don't. Yeah. So that's your biggest Lion. What's your biggest pet peeve on the road?
When people, when I'm driving and you're trying to pass someone, and then the person next to you literally matches your speed, and you know they're doing it on purpose,
Yes.
and they're matching your speed, and they're holding everybody
I
back.
can't stand that. either.
Why? If you slow down a little bit. There's like you see there's a plenty of space in front of them. Like just slow down. Let somebody else pass. Just have a courtesy. Like you put you put your turning light, or when you put your turning light and somebody accelerates, so you can't pass. I'm like, why? Why would you do that? You weren't driving that at speed until I turned the light on.
Why would they do it? Because they're an asshole. That's why.
That really grinds my gears, I would say.
So, we already know my biggest pet peeve. She nailed it. I started driving in Germany. I went to high school over there, so people talk about me driving fast. I had a lot of cool driving courses as an agent, but I also started driving in Germany on the Autobahn. So I was blessed to have an opportunity to drive on the only highway in the world, actually, that doesn't have speed limits at some points. But the other thing about that is most Americans that take that 25 test driver's test, the American driver's test in Germany, when I took it, was 300 questions. Oh, wow. So they're going to make sure you can drive before you get on the road over there, and they're going to make sure you have driver's etiquette. No one ever passes, not just Germany, Europe, it doesn't matter. Italy, France, Spain, people pass on the left, not the right, because they don't need to. People respect the left lane of travel. So that's just laws and etiquette. So I hate when people get in the left lane and don't yield it to faster traffic. That's my biggest pet peeve. In America, something that's different in Europe, you see cars with like big dents in them, with the bumper hanging off, with duct tape holding the light on, with the lights not working, and people drive those. Because in America, people think it's a right to drive, when it's not. But if people aren't going to enforce the laws and stop them, they won't. But like in Europe, you can't drive if your bumper's flapping off or your fender is hanging off or missing, because it's about safety. That's not a safe vehicle for you or anybody around you. Because like my wife says, her grandmother says, people I know care about says, some wise people have said, you know, you taking care of the things that God blessed you with is not about like being conceited. It's about like showing that you appreciate what God blessed you with. You know what I mean? And so I think that I hate to see people with banged up cars like they don't care about them anyway, but then I hate to see them on the road jeopardizing the safety of other people with them. So that's also another big pet peeve of mine. That we can, I'll stop on that one. But again, you hit the nail on the head, and yours is right with hers. That's the same, in the same wheelhouse. So yeah.
So what's the play? That was the lightning round. Thank you so much for participating and enjoying playing along with this with us. So
thank you. Yeah.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.